There. Nice. And right now, as much as he will reach his nose to the ground, you encourage it. You're going to spend your next month with him getting dirty nose. Okay? As far down as he'll reach that big long neck of his. And if he only puts it halfway, you move the bit around and go, no, no, there's more stretch there. You want his nose to the ground for the next weeks. There. There. You feel him get bigger in his gaits? Yeah, get that neck reaching down, get his back up, get his hock stepping up under his shoulders, get him over his back, get him working all those muscles over his back that have atrophied. There, get that range of motion into the hips, get the hocks bending more. There you go. Oh yeah. Yeah. And I think that
he's like a million times better even than when he arrived. When he arrived, he was like tense and kicking everything. He's already his brain's gone.
Yeah. Like I'm in a better place. I'm not going to die in a concentration camp. Right? You know? Yeah. These people care about me. Really good. And those little pats on his neck, those are perfect. You know? This was a horse who was loved and cared for and then wasn't, and he's like, okay. You know, it's a little bit Black Beauty, right? Okay? Black Beauty is one of the saddest stories in the history of people, you know? Everybody thinks Black Beauty, oh, nice Disney story. Yeah, no. This heart-wrenching, tragic tale. Yeah. There. Neck long and low.
I had him on the building stall one day. So part of your job too is to just shout the heck out of him.
Yeah, that's it.
But he stood there and he was on the building stall, he was being brushed. And then you could literally see the film go off his eyes and he kind of looked around and blinked a few times.
That, you felt it because you said good, right? That was when he reached and came up over his back and took lovely big strides behind. And then take that same sort of feeling up the trot. And when you post, keep a little more presence on the ball of your foot than you normally would. I'm not telling you to bring your heels up or tighten your knees. Just feel like you press into your strap a little harder to help keep your weight up off his back. And then go ahead to the rising trot. There. Keep your knee and heel down, but press onto your stirrup a little bit more than you normally would. There. There. Now, I did have a leg on it. So wrap those things around him a little bit. Press him with your calves. There you go, like that. Now keep playing with his mouth till he reaches his neck down and post really slow. And never land in the saddle. When you post, touch the saddle and get off it. There. There, like that. Feel how you're freeing his back? Yeah, and then support him with your leg. And then keep his back free. Touch the saddle and get off it. Touch the saddle and get off it. Never land on it. For the next month or so. You can sit on him when you're hacking and a little bit when you're cantering. But in the trot, just touch it and get off it. That's it. That's it. And work that neck a little lower. Move the bit and get him to reach down into his neck. There you go. Stay up over your feet. Yeah, that's when it gets hard for him and you have to close your leg a little bit. You feel that? When he has to come up over his back like that and he wants to go to walk, that's because there's nothing there. There's nothing there. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Well ridden, Caroline. See what we're doing? We're staying out of his back, helping him with our leg, and trying to get the neck to reach the whole time. And you have to be really good with your core rhythms, because that's where you're going to be holding your tempos, is in your stomach and hips and back. Much more than in your rein. There. And then a little touch of your leg. Help him. Help him. Roll the neck deep and down. Get him to stretch through his back and up over from his hips. There. 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 And you can feel when it's like that, right? You can feel when all of a sudden he starts to cover a little bit of ground and come up over his back and reach down into his neck. Now, after a couple of weeks of this, when he gets a little stronger, he's not going to want to do anything else. He's going to want to go like that for the rest of his life because it felt so good to him after where he was at, and he built up a bunch of strength there. And that's when we'll say, okay, now it's a little bit of time to sometimes pick your head up and push. And he'd be like, oh, but I like it down here. And he's going to try to put his head down, and you're going to say, no, we're working up a little more today. But for the next couple of weeks, put him down there all the time. All the time. Down there. There, at the end of the rein like that. Don't let him come halfway up. He's going to be all the way down. That's it. That's it. Yeah, halfway up is useless. There. He's working with you there. Good boy. So a little tipping forward there, Alyssa, huh? Stay back over your hips. Ride your hips forward and your body back. Touch him with the leg and ride out to the rein.